Hi, my name is James, and this is still Educare. In this portfolio, we are going to be discussing how to set up account. So, of course, you recall our focus was first of all adding account numbers. The second one was e-bill setup. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at how to set up accounts. Okay, account setup is simple, and the context of account setup is something you do one time. If you get the list of all your accounts and you want to register them, it is very simple. And once you do that once, you don't have to do it again. Setting up account is broken down into two facets. The first part is the management of payment methods. Management of payment methods, or rather manage payment methods tab, is where you you register all the APIs that link up the account numbers between the banks and the payment gateways. And these APIs are given for each school. For instance, if you are Educare Demo School, you might have 3 account numbers. These 3 account numbers will have their individual APIs, which might be linked with Paystack or Flutterwave or any other any other bank payment gateway that we have integrated in our system. So far we have 4, but these 2 are our best bets. That's Flutterwave and Paystack. The other one, which we have already integrated, which is e-bills code, we have taken care of that, which is what we use to collect manual payments. Then the other tab on this same setting account setup is where you manage account types. Account type is for list of accounts and departments in the accounts that you can create. Perhaps you have a different department that collects school fees, or a role, a specific role or desk that collects school fees, and a different one that collects boarding school fees, or another one that collects uniform, and so on and so forth. You can create different account types for each one of these, and they will be managed successfully as individuals. So let's quickly get to that and see how they are set up. Manage payment methods is the button on the left, the tab on the left, while manage account types is the one on the right. Now, as you can see, there is no API manager on our system currently. That's because we have not activated that. Okay, so to manage payment methods, we select the payment gateway of interest. If it is Paystack, if it is Rave, we select the payment gateway of interest, the one that we have collected API for, and then we click on add payment method. Under add payment method, a few things are important. The API name alias. This name is the name that you want to identify it with, and usually it is better to customize it to its usage. For instance, this might be for school fees, so you call it school fees account API, and then you enter the public key. Let's say it is for the second one, so the PK life of the second one goes in there. The SK life of the second one comes in, and the PID of the same second account comes in, and you add. So you can do this for maybe 3 or 4 accounts that you use in school for collections. Then you do the same thing for Paystack. So to add for Paystack, you just click on the add payment. Of course, you select Paystack from the drop-down list of payment gateways, and then you click on add payment method. It might be for the same school fees. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you give it an alias that corresponds to what you will be using it for. So eventually, it comes down to selecting the same public key, right? The same secret key, right? And the account PID. Okay, so when you do that and you save, of course, Paystack API manager will contain at least one item that we have just added. In the next few seconds, you will see exactly where these become necessary. But for just a quick recap, we have so far gone through account numbers, where we have two account numbers, Zenith Bank, Access Bank, and now we have also gone through e-bills registration, where we have given e-bills the list of giving them the school profile so that they can save that for subsequent connections. And now we have gotten to account setup. So under account setup, we have taken care of management of payment methods, and the payment methods we have added so far is 2 accounts on Rave and 1 on Paystack. So we are going to be using these under manage account types. Remember what I said, the manage account types is where you record the different departments that will be collecting different fees for you. Books account, impressed account, admission fees, tuition, and all that. So to create any of these, all you require is create account type. When you click on create account type, let's say that we want to use this as general school fees account. Right, so general school fees account. Now you are going to be selecting the managers. If you need the admin to view whatever is there, if you want the accountant to see it, if you want the admin secretary to see it, if you even want the guidance counselor, whoever you want to have access to this account, you pick them under select manage roles. Right, and then of course, since it's going to be a fee account, you have to select the account type as fees. The difference between fees account and other accounts is that the fees accounts are the only billable accounts. Fees accounts are the only billable accounts, the accounts that you can generate invoice manually for. Then you select the currency of interest. Now remember that we registered 1 Rave account and 2 Paystack accounts, that's payment gateways. So for this particular account, let's pick up 1 Paystack live key and also 1 Rave live key. The idea is that anybody can pay school fees using either Rave or Paystack. Now, when we registered account numbers previously, there were 2 that we made record of. The first one was Zenith Bank, the second one was Access Bank. Now, if this particular school fees, we want it to go, if anybody is paying manually, we want it to go to Access Bank, we simply select Access Bank. Of course, you can see that a read-only form is already filled right here, bearing the bank name, the bank account name, and the Nubank account number, which we previously entered. And then we go ahead and save. So when we create something like this, it simply adds up to the list. If there were no other one around here, for instance, if these guys were not here, which you can always delete, these were done for samples at other times. So, but assuming that they were not here, and you delete all of them, as you can see, and you simply have only admission, for instance, tuition, general school fees. Okay, let's just leave it at just the one that we added just now. So this is the general school fees account that we just added, right? If you want to edit it, you can go ahead and edit it. You can remove admin secretary from there because nothing concerns admin secretary with accounting. So you remove him from there, and the only people that are now available to manage this account will be admin and accountant. Please bear in mind that if your role is not included in this account, you cannot manage this account. In the next series, in the next lesson, I'll be showing us how to manage accounts, and when we get there, you will see the need for having these roles indicated in any particular account that you want the role to be part of. In the meantime, let's add one more account. Let's say that we want a boarding fees account, and then we go ahead again to add both the admin and the accountant. Okay, and of course it is still a fees account and it's still Naira account. We can use the same Paystack account for it, we can use the same Rave for it, or we can choose to use boarding fees account in terms of Rave. Of course, if Zenith Bank is the account that you want it to go, previously we did with Access Bank, but this time around we are going to do it with Zenith Bank, and you save. So now we have two accounts that we have created: general school fees account and boarding fees account. These two will form the basis for our management of all our bills and invoices for now. If we have need for store account, however, it becomes necessary for you to actually create one more, okay, call it store account as it were, and select store account type for it. Of course, you can see that admission is also there, store is there, post entrance, acceptance, wallet, impress, transcript. They are not the same as fees account. Fees accounts are the only billable account type. Every other one is automated as per setup. So under admission, for instance, you would have to enter the exact amount you want to collect from each one of the schools. But under store, well, it's just a store account. So whenever sales are made, it goes to the store. You don't create bills for that. And for post entrance, well, you have to enter the bill. For acceptance, basically the same thing. For wallet, you don't create bill for wallets, right? So you can see the reason why every other one here is non-billable, because they handle themselves by themselves, right? Their bills, their invoices are automatically generated as per the action of the customer. But fees account is where we can create invoices. All right. So in the next lesson, we will see how to manage the accounts that we have just created. Thank you.